Hello again. The IEC says it manages elections and is not responsible for service delivery. This after voter registration was disrupted at 140 of the 22,925 voting stations due to sporadic community protests. The IEC urged those protesting to do so within the ambit of the law.
The IEC says 140 voting stations across the country failed to open timelessly due to service delivery protests. Inclement weather conditions also affected access to some voting stations. The IEC described these protests as unfortunate.
In that sense, therefore, not a service delivery department. Neither are we responsible for the provision of electricity, as an example, the provision of roads, and so on. And therefore, it is pretty unfortunate that these community protests are directed at us, or rather our operations.
There were 10 million unregistered eligible voters, the youth in the majority. The Electoral Commission is confident they will reduce this number by the end of the voter registration weekend. The Commission also updated the media on how registrations were going for South Africans living abroad.
We've seen close to 6,000 people register at our missions. London, of course, with the highest number is there, followed by Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. As you know, next weekend from the 1st until the 4th, we will be giving a special drive at missions abroad.
The IEC hailed the first day of the final voter registration weekend as a success. This as the affected 140 voting stations amounted to less than 1% of all voting stations. It reiterated its call for the youth to use the final voter registration week to register to vote. Offense Estimo, SABC News, Pretoria.